What if the birth of the United States wasn't just a war for independence, but a war for money? Not muskets, not flags, but money. The fate of a nation hinged on finance. Behind revolution were hidden ledgers, debts, and secret bets that could ruin fortunes. By the mid-1700s, the colonies were a patchwork of economies struggling for coins. Merchants extended credit, farmers traded goods, and European banks watched closely. Money was scarce. Survival depended on clever borrowing and trust between merchants. Robert Morris would manage revolutionary finances with brilliance and audacity. Alexander Hamilton saw the deeper financial challenges and their future consequences. Merchants like John Hancock risked fortunes tied to trade and the war's success. British taxes like the Sugar Act and Stamp Act weren't just politics. They threatened credit. Suddenly, colonial merchants faced rising costs and pressure from European creditors. Some colonies issued their own paper money, often unstable and prone to fraud. Speculators began buying debt at fractions of value, betting on collapse or success. The stakes were enormous. Independence meant risk, survival meant clever finance. When shots fired at Lexington, colonies were already in a financial war. Funding troops, arms, and supplies required credit the colonies barely had. Robert Morris used personal wealth and European networks to keep the army supplied. Congress printed money with no backing, creating massive inflation. People joked that the Continental dollar was not worth a Continental. Within leadership, debates raged over borrowing versus risking collapse. Each missed shipment or unpaid debt could have lost the war. By 1780, the financial system was near collapse. Inflation made money worthless. Soldiers went unpaid, suppliers refused contracts, and European allies doubted them. Hamilton, young and brilliant, foresaw the danger. Independence without stability was meaningless. The breaking point came from lost shipments, price spikes, and public unrest. Victory on the battlefield might have been meaningless without clever finance. After the war, debts remained massive and currency worthless. The Articles of Confederation couldn't tax or regulate trade effectively. Some states defaulted on debts, sparking tension with creditors. Hamilton proposed federal assumption of state debts and creation of a national bank. These measures stabilized the economy, but caused fierce political battles. Financial genius, not just military, built the foundation of the new nation. Today, these lessons echo. U.S. national debt exceeds $50 trillion. Inflation, speculation, and crises continue to shape politics and policy. Investors and central banks influence economies, much like colonial financiers did. History repeats. Debt, credit, and speculation remain powerful forces. Economic stability is just as critical as military strength in shaping nations. Debt and credit are double-edged swords. Mismanagement can destroy nations. Visionaries like Hamilton and Morris show the power of foresight in survival. The financial war reminds us that freedom requires economic planning. Next time you hear about debt or market crashes, remember these hidden battles. The story of the United States shows that financial knowledge can save or ruin nations. The revolution was not just about liberty, but about mastering money. Behind every victory, there was risk, debt, and strategic negotiation. European bankers and speculators shaped the outcome as much as generals. Colonists relied on trust, credit, and clever deals to survive financially. Inflated currency caused chaos, but also highlighted the need for reform. Some states nearly collapsed under unpaid debts and failing currencies. Hamilton's vision turned near disaster into a foundation for economic growth. Federal assumption of debt created trust with creditors at home and abroad. The national bank provided stability and centralized financial control. Political battles over finance foreshadowed America's first-party system. Every policy had cause and effect consequences, some hidden for years. Finance shaped not only survival, but the structure of government itself. Early speculation mirrors today's global investment games. The stakes remain high. Poor management can threaten entire economies. Understanding debt, inflation, and credit is vital for citizens and leaders. The financial battles of the past still influence today's policies. Colonists learned that war and finance are inseparable in shaping nations. Risk, trust, and foresight determined who thrived and who failed. Modern parallels include bailouts, debt crises, and inflation battles. Governments continue to wrestle with decisions that echo revolutionary choices. High-stakes financial decisions can create or destroy nations quietly. The Continental Congress navigated uncharted territory under extreme pressure. Leadership decisions on borrowing determined whether independence would survive. Missteps could have led to total collapse before the Constitution existed. Morris personally guaranteed loans and negotiated with European bankers. Every shipment lost or delayed threatened soldiers and the war effort. Finance was a battlefield invisible to most colonists, but critical to victory. Victory required both courage in combat and audacity in finance. Hamilton's early insight prevented collapse and paved the way for a national economy. Without strategic management, independence might have failed before 1783. The debt assumption and national credit building created global confidence in the U.S. These lessons remain relevant for nations facing debt crises today. Credit and speculation are still tools that shape geopolitics and economies. Inflation, like during the Revolution, threatens purchasing power and stability. History warns that poor financial planning can undermine political victories. Revolutionary finance teaches the importance of systems, trust, and foresight. Economic literacy is not optional. It is essential for survival. Debt mismanagement can topple governments quietly without war. Strategic financial leadership can save nations in crisis. The United States succeeded because leaders combined vision and practical finance. Colonial financial chaos demonstrates the fragility of fledgling nations. Lessons from Morris and Hamilton resonate centuries later. Understanding the hidden forces of money explains historical outcomes. Finance shaped every major decision of the Revolution, from battles to treaties. The war was fought as much in banks as on battlefields. Every policy choice had ripple effects, some still felt today. Economic strategy enabled military victory and long-term survival. Modern leaders still navigate the balance of debt, inflation, and credit. Financial awareness protects nations and individuals from collapse. History repeats when debt, speculation, and mismanagement recur. Revolutionary finance reminds us freedom requires planning, courage, and insight. 3 takeaways. Stability equals survival. Debt is powerful and dangerous. Foresight matters. The past warns that ignoring finance risks repeating catastrophic mistakes. Understanding history helps us navigate today's economic challenges. The financial war of independence teaches the hidden power of money. Next time markets fluctuate or debt rises, remember the lessons of 1780. Subscribe to uncover more hidden stories of history shaping today's world. Knowledge of finance is power both then and now.